Hi guys, my name is Nathan. Welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, let's get into the video. This is my Nintendo Switch that I had for about 3 or 2 years now. So it's a little old, but it still works pretty well. And here's all the accessories that came with it in the box. And this is what the box looks like right over here. So what came with it was the HDMI cord, the USB-C charger, the Nintendo grip, the things for the Joy-Cons, the dock, and the Nintendo Switch itself with 2 Joy-Cons. The Nintendo Switch is charged by a USB-C type cable, as I mentioned before. It has a 35mm headphone jack at the top up here, right there. And that space right next to it right there is where you put in the game cartridges. And then a volume up button here and a power button there. And the Switch also has 32 gigabytes of storage. The Nintendo Switch is touchscreen. It has a lithium-ion battery. That's 4,310 milliamp hours. Its battery life is approximately 9 hours or so, just depending on how much you use it. The charging time is about 3 hours or so. And the screen is 6.2 inches, and it's an LCD display. The Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons on the Switch, they have sensors, and they rumble as well. So they're pretty advanced. The only problem I have with the Joy-Con sometimes is that eventually you might get some Joy-Con drift, where the Joy-Con sensors will move something in the game or something like that, even though you're not touching anything. And that's kind of a problem for me. Also, sometimes a piece in the Joy-Cons could wear down, and one side of them will kind of come off easily without pressing this button in the back. I think the blue one yep, the blue one just came off. Didn't even press any buttons. Just kind of came off, and if you're holding it by just the Joy-Cons and both sides are loose, it could slip off. So that could be a problem. But sometimes you do need the Joy-Cons to play some specific games, such as Super Mario Party 10, I believe. You do need the Joy-Cons to play games like that, especially with the mini games and things like that. You could use the Joy-Cons to play the Nintendo Switch, Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey, you could use the Joy-Cons separately to play that as well, or you could use a controller. So yes, controllers now. With the controllers, since one of my Joy-Cons do drift, it's the red one that drifts, and the blue one is loose, like I said. Since those problems with the Joy-Cons, I decided to get a controller. Instead of going for the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, I went for this 8BitDo controller instead. There are different reasons why I like this controller better. One, because it's cheaper, since the Pro controller is $60, and this one is around $40 or so. Might be a little bit more than that, but that's almost around $20 off from the Pro controller. And also with this controller, it's you can take this out of here, this battery pack. You can take this out and switch it out for I think AA batteries, which is very good. If you're on the go and you still want to keep playing or something, but you ran out of battery, you can switch it out. And also, it's rechargeable by USB-C. It takes probably around 2 hours to charge. And I would say it would probably be good for maybe 4 hours of continuous gameplay. I don't use the controller straight for 4 hours, but I only have to charge it about every 1 or 2 days or so, because I don't use it that much. But yeah, it's around the same size as the Pro Controller as well. A couple of the buttons are different. And also, you can connect this to other things. I believe you can connect it to your computer or your phone. So it's not just the Nintendo Switch that this connects to. So that's why I like the 8BitDo controller, and that's why I got it. Now with the games for the Nintendo Switch, there's a couple of different options you could do. You could buy them digitally, or you could buy them, you can buy the actual game itself. So when you buy the game, it comes in a case like this, and then the game is normally in here, but I took mine out and I put it in a different case holder for the game. But you have the games there, and they're about $60 each for the, like, Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Nintendo Switch, these types of games. $60 each for those, the big name games, I guess you could say. And then after you buy the game, you put them in this slot up here. Yeah, Super Smash Bros. After you buy the game, you can put it in this slot right here. And then you have it there. Or you can go on the Nintendo eShop and buy them, go on the Nintendo eShop, and you can buy them digitally, but they're around the same price. But the good thing with the digital is that if there's a sale, it will be on the Nintendo eShop, and then you can just buy it digitally. But not so good thing about it is that it takes up space on the Nintendo Switch. So unless you like have an SD card for the Nintendo Switch, then it will just take up a lot of space on it. Since this only has 32 gigabytes, which is a little bit, but not too much, you probably want to get an SD card if you're gonna download all of your games. And the SD card is right behind this stand here. Hang on. Now this was a little bit hard for me personally to open, but as you can see here, there's the SD card slot, and it's right like underneath the stand. So after you open the stand, you can like set it down like that, and it kind of sits on the back there. Since my internet was like not working, I couldn't show you the Nintendo eShop, but maybe in another video. Recently, Nintendo has added an update that allows you to connect Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth headphones to the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty good because now you can listen to I don't know, like whatever you're doing on there with Bluetooth headphones. You can also download stuff like Netflix and stuff like that, and then you can like listen to it with your Bluetooth headphones, which is pretty good. Then there's also carrying cases. So there's carrying cases for the Switch. So this one case here was $40, but you can also buy the carrying cases that just holds the Nintendo Switch for like $13 or so. But this one was $40, and it holds everything. So you can put stuff on the side here, and then you can put the Nintendo Switch in this spot right there. And then you can put the dock right here, and then you can put an extra controller right there. So this is what works for me, so this is what I got. And then the carrying case also came with this here. A little bit difficult for me to open it with one hand, but came with this, a little pouch, and then it came with the things to hold your games. So this is what I put my games in. Yeah, so it works pretty well for me. I do advise you getting like a case or maybe even a screen protector to protect your Nintendo Switch, especially if you have like little kids playing with it, because they could accidentally drop it. Now, if you do get your controllers broken, they'll be about $70 to replace, which is kind of a lot of money, but they are pretty advanced. Another thing about the Nintendo Switch games, if you wanted to play like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with your friends, they can connect their Joy-Cons to one Switch, which would be like your Switch or your friend's Switch, and then you can all play with the Joy-Cons, which is pretty good. Or you could connect, like I said, your 8BitDo controller or your Pro controller, or a different like third-party controller, could connect that. If you wanted to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online with other players around the world, then you would have to get a Nintendo Switch Online, which is about $20 for a year's membership, which isn't too bad, but you do have to pay that every year. They also have family plans, and they have plans where you could just pay for like a month. But I got the year plan, so I have Nintendo Switch Online for a year, which is pretty good. Nintendo also does offer like other services besides that. That's it for the review, guys. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.